So good to see y'all out here tonight. Here's a little song about kind of where we've been the last little bit. It's nice not to be needed once in a while, to be forgotten and to slip out of style. You can't be late when there's nowhere to go, and nobody's waiting for the star of the show. Goodbye to the band, goodbye to the crew. We did what we did, and now we do what we do. First things first, to look after our own. Make ourselves useful when we're closer to home. I'm in no hurry now, but I got worries on my mind. I open up a $4 bottle of wine, walk outside in the bright moonshine, just me and my lady. Folding chairs have never seen so much use. Now every night we got a table for two. It's growing dark in the east, it's still light in the west. I'm a little more thankful for a little bit less. I'm in no hurry now, but I got worries on my mind. I open up a $4 bottle of wine, walk outside in the bright moonshine, just me and my lady. Just me and my lady. I always tried to do what's best, I mostly done the opposite. Just hold on tight and don't look down. Ain't no telling where I'm bound. As I go, tripping on your doorstep. As I go, feeling good but a little too slow, tripping on your doorstep as I go. You'll recall the best and worst, forget the in-between times first. Nothing but atomic fire, raise the hell of our desire. As I go, tripping on your doorstep. As I go, feeling good but a little too slow, tripping on your doorstep. As I go, tripping on your doorstep. As I go, feeling good but a little too slow, tripping on your doorstep. As I go. Well, how y'all doing out there? This is just beautiful. Yeah, a lot better now. I tell you what, this is fun. I'm looking around to wait for the mandolin break, and it never comes. But you know, these are mostly a bunch of songs here I'm gonna play for you that kind of written in the last few months in the quarantine isolation land. So they kind of run the gamut of desperate to lonely. But here's one I actually wrote out in the Texas Panhandle when we were still traveling a little bit. It's a day's walk on blacktop from here, any way that you choose. Stand still for too long and the wind piles the dust on your shoes. And if you call me handsome, and I'll call you beautiful. You keep saying those words and it might just come true. Who knows? So lay your hand in mine and waltz me in the cradle of 3/4 time. Come wipe this dust bowl clean, Harvest Queen. And we grew up never knowing we were children of the worst hard times, where the wind held us down every time that we thought we might fly. And the steel in your eye is a little too familiar to me, and I catch my reflection and I know what you wish we might be. And so lay your hand in mine and waltz me in the cradle of 3/4 time. Come wipe this dust bowl clean, Harvest Queen. I go between praying for rain and staying out of the wind. Am I such a fool as to trust all this dry dust again? But I'd still dream of a horse in a stable and hay in the barn. 4 chairs round a table and a song and you in my in the cradle 3/4 time. Come wipe this dust bowl clean. Harvest Queen. There's a great album I have at the house called Harvest Queen, and it's a collection of waltzes and fiddle tunes and stuff like that from a fella up in, I think he's up in Michigan somewhere, and I was listening to that album for a while and made me fall in love with waltzes. Hadn't really written many waltzes, but good waltz can take you to a special place. And bad waltz can take you to a really special place too, but. Speaking of special places, here's one I wrote for the woods around here. Started it last year, the day Robert Hunter passed away. And love that man and his music so much. And I just pictured him laughing and rolling along. Big trees above, big trees below my feet, whispering of love, whispering they know me, whispering of a deep, oh, a deeper family. A comfortable chair won't get you nowhere. You just stare as the view turns from the old to the new and shows you a scene of the secrets it keeps. A secret of a deep, oh, a deeper family. If the story gets told, it'll never grow old. It just rolls on and on and on and on like a leaf in the fall, and doing somersaults down the street in the breeze, laughing about a deep, oh, a deeper family. Yes, there's a deeper family. Thank you, y'all. Got my my son Wade here. He's running the cameras, running the live stream out there for everybody in live stream land out there tonight. He's been doing all sorts of stuff to help me out. That last song, we were going to make a music video, and I dragged him out of the woods one day with all his gear and lugged it all out there and set it up. And I couldn't get the guitar part right or the words or anything to save my life. We just had to pack it in. We were covered in mosquito bites, mad at each other. I was a patient lad. Do you want? There's one I kind of wrote. In a fit of righteousness. And it was a fit. I don't think I've ever written a song quite as quickly as I wrote this one, but wrote it down one night. And I'll give you, it's a fun one here. I'll give it a shot for you. It's called The Generation Blues. I always play it too fast, so I got to check myself here. Don't get roaring too much on it. Yeah, down in the basement of an empty house, selling darkness is an easy pitch. Passing the torch, long turned out, hoping nobody flips the switch. Cold cinders in my hands, cinders in my pockets, God help me, I remember the flame. Well, the warmth of the embers was gone when I got it, but I got it just the same. And it's just too far to go in a hand-me-down shoe. The Generation Blues. Yeah, my father was a general, pain in the ass, and I was a private disgrace. I must have huffed a lot of chemicals, polishing the brass, 'cause I never could act my age. Yeah, choir boys, slip you in the eye, boys, talking how the war was won. A black and white photo of the soda pop king, grinning like a son of a gun. And yesterday's always tomorrow's news. The Generation Blues. Yeah, angels fly, but a saint's gotta walk, gotta wake up in the morning and choose. Take a little sugar, take a little salt, go cruising down the avenue. I got a key in my hand, a key in my pocket, and I'm looking for a room with a view. Yeah, the door's unhinged and there ain't no lock and no telling now who's coming through. Ain't no one that gets to choose. The Generation Blues. Yeah, the trash got tossed while I was sleeping. Look what those kids can do. Was lost, wasn't worth the cost to keep, and so best just start anew. I got nothing in my hands, nothing in my pockets. I threw away the little that's left. Well, if you ain't tried it, don't try to knock it. There's better things up ahead, and it's just too far to go in a hand-me-down shoe. The Generation Blues. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna put on my headgear here. And refrained from doing this song for a while because this thing is really hard on a beard or a mustache. So if I start grimacing in pain or making small crying sounds here, you'll know why. But it's worth it because the harmonica playing is just so sweet. So sweet. This is it's a little song about being alone, being by yourself, and took the inspiration from this from a story of called Circe. There's a book about Circe who's stuck on an island out in the middle of the ocean, and well, no wonder I can't find it on my little cheat pad here. It ain't in there, so we're gonna wing it. It's good. This is wild. We're living so far on the edge right now, you don't even know. Come and visit my island, rest in the silence I've made. Beaches I've walked where I've waited through numberless days. Leave the news from the mainland back where it came from. No need to tell me, it's always the same. Come visit my island and rest in the silence I've made. Friends from the old days have gone their own ways far and wide. Some walked a straight line, some couldn't walk straight if they'd tried. So wherever this finds you, oh yeah, that's what happened. See, I told you. So let this letter remind you, wherever it finds you, there's always a place to leave it behind. Come visit my island and rest in the silence I've made. Come visit my island, rest in the silence I've made. Beaches I've walked where I've waited through numberless days. Leave the news from the mainland back where it came from. No need to tell me, it's always the same. Come visit my island and rest in the silence I've made. Come visit my island and rest in the silence I've made. There was silence. It's the thing we formerly knew in our house is silence. Then we got a puppy last week. Oh man, I thought raising children was a challenge. Raising a puppy is, oh my gosh. Never had a dog before, and I tell you what, I think he's got the best of me. I think he broke my will eventually. It's about time. I'll do you another song that kind of wrote. I don't know. This is from probably back around April or May, something like that, when all the folks up in New York were such an inspiration with the way they were all able to pull together and do their thing, and kind of inspired this song. It's called "Coming Back to Life." My downstairs neighbor stumbles to his refrigerator door. I can hear his stomach rumbling through his ceiling, through my floor. Sounds just like a 2x4 he's cutting with a steak knife. It's a noisy, messy business, it's coming back to life. And I'm sitting in my kitchen, hoping for something new. It's just myself, I'm kidding. Most anything would do. I blow imaginary smoke rings with my imaginary pipe. Put my mind on a sweet thing, I keep it coming back to life. Big crow by my windows got breakfast in his beak. An old man once told me he could teach a crow to speak. He spends his hours on the park bench now since he lost his wife. Feeding saltines to the pigeons, he keeps coming back to life. And I'm sitting in my pajamas, hoping for something new. But who the hell am I kidding? Most anything would do. I blow imaginary smoke rings with my imaginary pipe. Keep my mind on a sweet thing, I keep coming back to life. When I had to kick the habit, walking in my sleep, I kept a picture right behind me that kept me light upon my feet. The reaper right behind me, twirling his scythe, cursing this old world that keeps coming back to life. And I'm sitting in my kitchen, hoping for something new. It's just myself, I'm kidding. Most anything would do. I blow imaginary smoke rings with my imaginary pipe. I keep my mind on the sweet thing, I keep coming back to life. Keep my mind on the sweet thing, I keep it coming back to life. Oh yeah. A little banjo interlude here. There's a sweet young miss that I like to kiss. Well, listen, folks, and hear me. She's not my only love, I have another love, and she'll just have to share me. Well, she's 5 feet tall, Birkenstocks and all, and she already knows she has some competition in the composition called the poke on that old banjo. Mel Fleck wrote that first song. He's about the best, except for Earl Scruggs, who wrote that second song. He's about the best. But anyhow, that's fun. I spent a lot of my life playing the banjo, so I enjoy playing it for y'all here. Let's see. Well, if anybody wants to do some socially distanced waltzing here, Benny, I don't know, stand up and do the 6 foot waltz here. I'm going back into waltz land. I've been fond of waltzes lately. Yeah, the movie that she saw on her first date was the typical boy and girl kind. But when he bent down to kiss her goodnight, she'd already left him behind. And she never did know what she wanted until she climbed in the passenger seat with an older man and the top down, and felt the speed of the road neath her feet. And now she's running away across the desert, out of LA heading south, and out of the arms of all she's ever known. But they never really knew her anyhow. And maybe she was hoping for too much, but hoping was so easy then. To think that that man that took her away could be the one to take her in. And now she's running away across the desert, out of LA heading south, and out of the arms of all she's ever known. But she never really knew them anyhow. And now she sends home a card every Christmas saying me and your granddaughter's fine, but there's always a blank space for the return address, so they gave up knowing her mind. Now she lives all alone like that North Star, so bright and so far gone. And as the heavens go wheeling around her, finally she's feeling at home. Yes, finally she's feeling at home. Oh, thank you. Yeah. something foolish now, even more foolish. I'm going to do one I've never played for anybody before. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and do that now, because we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. All right. I mentioned I had a puppy, so at least, if nothing else, he gets credit for this first line. Down the hill, dogs are barking. In the half-dark, trucks are starting. Coffee's brewing as the river fog lifts. Heading out for the morning shift. The road is paved with good intentions and critters that should have looked both ways. But even worse than a bad decision is never deciding anything. From when I wake up this morning to when I lay down the night, I want to know I've done something right. It might be better if I never remembered and the good old days didn't return. I clear my head of every reminder, the only way that I ever did learn. From when I wake up this morning to when I lay down the night, I want to know I've done something right. Somewhere between before and after, getting there is the hardest part. I'd like to skip ahead a couple of chapters and get to where the good stuff starts. From when I lay down this morning to when I lay down tonight, I want to know I've done something right. From when I wake up this morning till when I lay down the night, I want to know I've done something right. Down the hill, dogs are barking. In the half-dark, trucks are starting. Coffee's brewing as the river fog lifts. Heading out for the morning shift. In the photograph you took on our vacation at the lake, we looked invincible, two hearts that might never break. And you and I together was the finest thing I'd seen. And there's times I wish we'd stay just like that picture on the screen. And it can be our secret, what's happening between. I only hope you still love what you see, a truer picture of me. I try to show my good side every chance I get, so when you're looking back, the bad days fade just a little bit. We show the world the Christmas lights, all the high times and the pretty sights. Like a wish that only this were true. It's I'm the heart's too heavy to wear upon your sleeve. I only hope you still love what you see, a truer picture of me. What the hell was I thinking with a haircut like that? Looks like I combed it with a one-eyed wildcat. But what I see most clearly is the way that I'm looking at you. You never had to learn me, you just knew. And when you hold me in your eyes, I know you will not be deceived. I only hope you still love what you see, a truer picture of me, a truer picture of me, a truer picture of me, my out-of-tune guitar. Truer picture of me. Thanks, y'all. Well, this is nice to be playing in front of some actual people who've been doing a lot of these live stream things, you know? Yeah, I know. Y'all been watching them. Everybody out there has been watching them. And I tell you what, for all of it, for as weird as it is, there's been some amazing ones. I've been like super inspired by some songwriters that, you know, I just love, and all of a sudden you're right there in front of them, and you can tell how uncomfortable they are. You know, they're sitting there in their living rooms and the camera's on them and they're sneering at the camera, and it's just so good. And, you know, it's nice to get back to this world of live music, but, you know, I've tried to be grateful for that stuff as much as possible, and grateful for the chance to do it a little bit too. It's definitely pushing me well outside of my comfort zone. Called The Ghost of Glasgow. We got called home on March 13th, I think, from the tour we were on. We were out in the UK. And I was in Glasgow right before that. Made up this song. Caught in the rain, too late for the 10:30 train. I got a ticket for one. How is it that you're still tagging along? So let's go pay your tabs up and down the road. The cab driver won't stop talking about the year that the river froze, and a young man fell when the ice broke. He says, have you heard of the ghost of Glasgow? I made a few calls, all your old friends had long moved on, so they sent me downtown to a couple of spots you used to hang around. So let's go pay your tabs from 30 years ago. The bartender says I remind him of someone he used to know, how they carried him in still soaked to the bone. and he pours up a drink to the ghost of Glasgow. Scotland the Brave is what they played for the last serenade. It was a king's farewell. Leave your empties on the steps of a cheap hotel and let's go pay your tabs and call them closed. The bartender swears I remind him of someone that he used to know. Then he starts to talk a little bit slower. He stops to look a little bit closer. He says, you're here to find your brother and walk these streets with the ghost of Glasgow. Walk these streets with the ghost of Glasgow. Have one more drink with the ghost of Glasgow. One more drink with the ghost of Glasgow. And walk these streets with the ghost of Glasgow. Here's a song from Steep Canyon Rangers, and missed those guys. We got 3 shows coming up next weekend, drive-in shows that we're going to be doing here in Western North Carolina, so I can't wait for that. And here's one of those songs. This one I can usually remember the words to. I know better than to cuss in my mama's house. So more than not, I just shut my mouth. And she hadn't lived here in a year or more, but I still stand a little straighter when I walk in the door. There's a fresh coat of paint on the kitchen wall. How it looked before I scarce recall. Somewhere beneath there's a pencil line. It shows how tall I stood the day I turned 9. I can't unsee what I've been shown. My body's been and my mind is blown. And I never was ready for the things I've known. I can find that house, but I can't get home. I did my first tour in '94. I was following the dead, I didn't fight no war. And everywhere I went, all the locals stared. And it felt good feeling like a stranger there. I can't unsee what I've been shown. My body's been and my mind is blown. And I never was ready for the things I've known. I can find that house, but I can't get home. Dogwoods blooming like they always did. roof still leaks on the garden shed. The sign in the yard says it's all been sold, but I gave it away a long time ago. I can't unsee what I've been shown. My body's been and my mind is blown, and I never was ready for the things I've known. I can find that house, but I can't get home. I can walk in the door, but I can't get home. I can sleep in the bed, but I can't get home. All right, I'm going to attempt a feat of pneumatic wonder here. I might want to watch out here toward the front. My belt buckle flies off in the midst of this. I think the ticket you bought indemnifies me for all that, but here's one I wrote in the style of Sonny Terry, one of my favorite musicians of any type in the whole world, but the greatest harmonica players of all time. And I figured out this Sonny Terry thing that he does his whoop thing while he's playing, you know, going woo, woo, and you're like, well, first of all, it just sounds amazingly cool because he's whooping. But also, I figured out he's blowing out air is what he's doing, because you're pulling in so much air as you do that sound. He's blowing it out. So if I whoop or just, I don't know, sputter or anything like that, that's what's going on in this song. But anyways, put these words together after we had been downtown for one of the Black Lives Matter protests here in Nashville, the demonstrations, and anyways, was just super impressed by people who were looking out for each other and looking out to keep things peaceful and productive down there. Yeah, and people were working hard. It was not easy to do, but people really made a point of it, and I really appreciated that. I think everybody did. So made this one up called Bad Apple. Went downtown to speak my mind. One eye forward and one behind. Looking out for a little good trouble. Watching out for that one bad apple. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. I don't know, but I got a hunch. One bad apple will spoil the bunch. If there's no love when you plant the seed, it'll bear fruit that nobody needs. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. It's a bad apple. Thanks. My eyeballs bulged out a little bit there. This nefarious machine back out. A couple more Steve K and the Rangers tunes here. Reimagined the low banjo. Call up the captain, tell him I ain't coming in. He can dig his own coal. Something else is happening, Lord. This living that I'm making is doing a sin and is spoiling the lives of too many good men. Been hauling coal since I was big enough to fight. Some 30-odd shifts without a glimpse of daylight. And the corporation likes to say that everything's alright. Just dig yourself a hole, get out of sight. There's a dark cloud above me that's blocking out the sun. Burn another hunk of coal. Listen to those engines run, Lord. One half is starving while the other's having fun. So call the captain, call the captain, call the captain. Linda, close the door. I ain't going down to the mine today. I want clear blue skies and a whole lot more. I ain't going down to the mine. There's a hole in this bucket. There's a hole in this bucket I've been carrying around. I fill it up to the top, watch it spill on the ground, go down in the mine, and when it come back out, I got nothing to show but the sweat on my brow. And these hills are my own flesh and bone. They're all that I love and they're all that I've known. So please don't ask me to destroy my own. I'm not gonna choose between my heart and my soul. So call up the captain, tell him I ain't coming in. He can dig his own coal. Something else is happening, Lord. This living I'm making is doing a sin. Call the captain, call the captain, call the captain. Linda, close the door. I ain't going down to the mine today. I want clear blue skies and a whole lot more. I ain't going down to the mine. I ain't going down to the mine. I ain't going down to the mine. I dream I'm out in a field of stone where thorn and thistle grows. Wake to a sound of a hungry child when the morning whistle blows. Saying, Father, oh Father, what do you say? Why bring me to this doom? Toil and struggle, struggle and pray by the light of the Cumberland moon. My love, she dreams her life away out on the edge of town. I'm gonna go to her in the cool of the day when the Cumberland moon goes down. And I'll take this broken smile of mine, whistle a broken tune. Singing helps me pass the time neath the light of the Cumberland moon. A deck of cards and a bottle of rye will rob these hustlers blind. Get a big motorbike, we'll ride and ride, leave the Cumberland moon behind. And I take this broken smile of mine, whistle a broken tune. Singing helps me pass the time neath the light of the Cumberland moon. And I dream I'm out in a field of stone where thorn and thistle grows. Wake to the sound of a hungry child when the morning whistle blows. Thanks, y'all. It's getting nice out here. Is it too early to say we dodged the rain? Can we go ahead and say that? Oops. My bad. My bad. Let's see. So, you know, I guess as a writer or an artist or just a person in general, you just kind of try to keep your eyes open and look out for things that sort of make an impression on you in your daily day-to-day, and pick those out and try to build some meaning around things like that. And this song came from one day I saw a half-smoked cigarette butt, or a fully smoked cigarette that was just a cigarette butt or something like that. I don't smoke. I'm not really sure the logistics of how that happens. But this song was from somebody, or this cigarette butt was from a person, and I knew whose it was. And we'd had some moments, so I wrote this song. Half-smoked cigarette, lying by the doorstep, left for me to see, I suppose. And I've got half of mine to pick it up and finish it. Maybe I'd taste you there one more time, and I'd know. Half-smoked cigarette, burning where you left it. We should have quit this thing long, long, long ago. Stains on my fingertips, but you were willing to love, but love's not the reason. We both know why we explode. Smoke one more cigarette. I'd rather remember than forget you and the hard truth that you told. Maybe it was too much. Maybe it was not enough, but it was too hot. It was too hot to hold while we explode. While we explode. Oh, y'all are kind. Y'all are very kind. I'm going to do a, let's see. No, I'm getting up here. This is called a capo, this little thing here. The farther you move it up, the more you got to concentrate, so. Sound out there is not helpful. But I'll give this song a little shot. It's one called My Neighborhood is the name of the song. And I love my neighborhood. It's right up the street from here. But like everybody's neighborhood, it's got a past. Say that it never happened in my neighborhood. Well, damn if it can and damn if it could. It already has and it will again. Yeah, my neighborhood's got the same old sin. I dig 10 inches down in this pretty green grass, and there's a layer of cinders and broken glass. Nobody asks who struck that match when the church house burned down to nothing but grass. There's another 5 inches in the cold hard clay. There's arrowheads still draw blood today. They were no use when the rifles blazed, forgotten on the trail of tears where they lay. I say that it never happened in my neighborhood. Well, damn if it can and damn if it could. It already has and it will again. Yeah, my neighborhood's got the same old sin. Well, Augusta, Georgia's just a normal town. The heat's so heavy it'll hold you down. With a knee on your neck and your face on the ground. I used to trust Augusta, but I don't right now. And I don't trust the history that I learned in school. I don't trust that I'm not just somebody's tool. On the wrong, right side of wrong when they made, I say on the right side of luck when they made the rule. On the wrong side of right, it made me a fool. To say that it never happened in my neighborhood. Damn if it can and damn if it could, cause it already has and it will again. My neighborhood's got the same old sin. To say that it never happened in my neighborhood. Damn if it can and damn if it could. It already has and it will again. Yeah, my neighborhood's got the same old sin. Thanks, y'all. Anybody here listen to Asheville FM ever? 103.3 here in town. They've got they got one fellow who comes on the air one morning a week who just makes my day every time. And if I could just remember what day of the week he came on, it would happen a lot more often. But I think it's Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'm not quite sure. But anyhow, he's just wonderful. He's so super positive and righteous and makes me so happy every time I get to hear him. So I was listening to him one morning and kind of took one of his central themes and tried to put it in the song here. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, the hardest thing is to love yourself. 'cause nobody else can do it for you. And the very first thing is to love yourself. And then there's nothing that you cannot do. A couple walks with separate burdens, one with guilt and one with shame. They hardly recall why they're hurting. Oh, but they're hurting just the same, 'cause the hardest thing is to love yourself, 'cause nobody else can do it for you. And the very first thing is to love yourself, and then there's nothing that you cannot do. She could not see it any clearer, all the beauty that her soul reveals. But looking into that cold, cold mirror, what she sees just doesn't match the way that she wants to feel. 'Cause the hardest thing is to love yourself, 'cause nobody else can do it for you. And the very first thing is to love yourself, and then there's nothing that you cannot do. When fact and fiction fall together, and benediction falters in your throat, when all your connections come untethered, wrap forgiveness all around you like the warmest winter's coat. 'Cause the hardest thing is to love yourself, 'cause nobody else can do it for you. And the very first thing is to love yourself, and then there's nothing that you cannot do. And then there's nothing that you cannot do. Thank you, y'all. I sincerely thank you so much for being here tonight. This is it's a rare pleasure, and I mean, just being able to do this has given me so much to kind of work for, and I'm just so grateful to have y'all here, listen to some songs, support the Gray Eagle, and so many other great venues here in Asheville that are deserving of y'all's support and need everybody's support and all of our support right now. So, from the Gray Eagle, we thank you very much for being here, eating tacos, drinking beers, all that good stuff. I'll do you one more song here, one called We Can't Rock and Roll All the Time. I tried, Gillian, it's hard. Cigarettes and candy, barbecue and apple brandy will send you to an early grave, laughing almost all the way. That woman of mine, it just loves to dance. She says, honey, put your helmet on and let's go see the band. But I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'm past my prime. I still get down when I wanna, but we can't rock and roll all the time. I come rolling out of winter time, wild as a weekend. I'm blinking in the sunshine like an uncooked chicken. The first sign of the springtime, it gets me jumping and a kicking. Leave it to the red bud to make my cold blood quicken. 'Cause I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'm past my prime. I still get down when I wanna, but we can't rock and roll all the time. I can still do it right. I just need a good reason. Hey mama, hold me tight. You know I won't stop squeezing. I'll put a lefty in my right hand, a lemonade in the other. I'll be ready to go again as soon as I recover. 'Cause I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'm past my prime. I still get down when I wanna, but we can't rock and roll all the time. I'm not as young as I used to be. Maybe I'm past my prime. I still get down when I wanna, but we can't rock and roll all the time. Thank you, y'all. It's been such a pleasure. Appreciate every one of you being here. Y'all keep it up. Keep it real. We'll see you soon. doesn't take much. Now, it doesn't take much to get me back up here. You better believe it. I've been missing this. And, y'all, I know it's a school night, so y'all just filter in, filter out as you please. But let's see here. I should know this song. It's the last train before they shut it down. It's the last line going that way. Last chance heading out of town. Thought I heard the driver say, far away from my everyday till every day ran dry. Never stop to look behind me or turn to say goodbye. So tell the ones I love this train's a running late. There ain't no end to the line. The hardest part of heaven is making it wait. The old 97's gonna make it this time. Everything was made to break and the wheels are made of glass. I can hear them groaning, feel them shaking neath the weight of all our past. So tell the ones I love this train's a running late. There ain't no end to the line. The hardest part of heaven is making it wait. The old 97's gonna make it this time. Close my eyes and feel the wind, lean back and let it roll. When that 97 hits 110, feel it in your soul. Tell the ones I love this train's running late. There ain't no end to the line. The hardest part of heaven is making it wait, but the old 97's gonna make it. Tell the ones I love this train's running late. There ain't no end to the line. The hardest part of heaven is making it wait, but the old 97's gonna make it this time. Had to get a train song in there. Thank you. Good night, y'all.